welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today we're going to be closing out my Thanksgiving vacation budget. So if you didn't know, I went on a trip to Florida over Thanksgiving with my husband. I did post a original budget with me video and cash stuffing. I can put that in the cards and link it if you're interested. This is going to be closing out. So we are back from our trip. It was so beautiful and warm. We had the best time. And we're back home and it is snowing. So yeah, we're going to be closing out the budget and seeing if I was over or under and working out what I'm going to do with any money if I am under budget. So this is the budgeting sheet that I worked on. Like I mentioned in the original budget video, is I like to plan out per day. You know, we work off of kind of numbers from our previous trips to know what we're going to essentially spend. So this isn't going to match 100%. This was just kind of my planning. What we are going to focus on, I'm just going to fold this sheet, is the bottom part, which is where I have the categories, what our budget is. I'm going to put in the actual, our over under, and then we'll also be unstuffing. So some of these categories were cash and some of them were digital. So let's start. We'll just go in order here, and I've got my cheat sheet next to me. So the first one is transportation. I budgeted $690. We actually spent $716 on Ubers, essentially. Part of that is because we were there over the Thanksgiving holiday, and so there were some surcharges and things were just a little bit more expensive due to the holiday season, which I didn't factor in. But, you know, still pretty close. So we were over budget by $26. Next is food. We budgeted $2,125. My husband and I are foodies. We absolutely love nice food. We went to some really great different restaurants. My favorite was Joe's Stone Crab in Miami Beach. It was so good. Highly recommend if you can go during stone crab season. So we budgeted $2,125. We actually spent $2,201. So we were over budget by $76. But to us, totally worth it. Then we had entertainment. So I budgeted $1,300. This was for the spa. We booked a couples massage and then anything else. So essentially I had $300. I budgeted $1,000 for the spa, $300 extra for anything else we might do. We did end up doing an afternoon tea service. I can put a couple of photos in. It was so cool. We've never done anything like that before. So there was the tea. It was 3 courses. There were scones to start, and then there were savory little like tea sandwiches and little bites. And then there was this bird cage of sweets, and it was so good. It was at the hotel we were staying at, so it was nice because we could box up the sweets that we didn't eat, and then we had a little dessert in our hotel room for the rest of the week. So that was really nice. I'm glad we did that. And bonus, the spa ended up being less expensive than I thought. So for both the couples massage and that afternoon tea service, our entertainment, we spent $978. So I was $322 under budget, which we love to see that. And that kind of starts to cancel out where we were over budget above. All right. And then these 4 categories with the stars are the ones that I cash stuff for. So this is my cash wallet that I use when we travel. I got it from Emily Design on Etsy. I can link it down below. It is so beautifully made. I really love it. So there are 4 tabs in here which match those 4 categories. So airport's the first one. Let's see how much I have left. I have $5, $6, $7, $8 remaining from airport, which means that I spent $92. So that was for, on the way back, we were at the airport a little bit earlier than we originally thought we would. So we ate there and just kind of hung out and watched some football games that were on the TV. Next is spending. I budgeted $400, and again, that was in my cash wallet. So let me pull out what I have remaining. We didn't do too much like personal spending, so that was great. So I've got 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 300, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 308 remaining, which means that I spent 72. And that I also spent at the airport. I got a couple of treats from the gift shop, some key lime pie cookies, which are super good. And then also a couple of things for my dad. My dad was watching our cat while we were gone, and he was also just at the house keeping things moving. So got him a couple of treats, and then yeah, those cookies for me as well. Okay, next is tips. I budgeted $320 in cash. $200 of that was for the spa, and we did tip that. And then what I have remaining is 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, $55 remaining. So that means that for tips, we spent $265. I'm just going to organize this here off to the side. And we like to have a lot of 5s and 1s when we go on trips so that we can, you know, just quick, like 5s are nice because it's just one bill. You don't have to count things out. All right, and then miscellaneous, I budgeted $100. We did not spend anything out of miscellaneous in cash, but we did have a miscellaneous purchase on just digitally. So I'll talk about that in a second. So here's the $100 of cash, 20, 40, 60, 81. So I'm gonna mark that the actual was 0 here, but I'm gonna add a line kind of below this total. So the thing that I forgot to factor in, because we booked our hotel with Marriott points, and then our flights we booked with Delta miles, so those were free, but I forgot that our hotel had a daily resort fee and tax associated. So forgot to do that. I'm going to call this hotel. It's also kind of like miscellaneous, it's just digital. So my budget was 0, and it came out to being $389. So I was over budget by $389 because I budgeted nothing. So that's a good reminder for me for future trips to check, even though we're paying with, you know, points and we didn't actually pay with money for our room every night, there could be other charges just for staying at the resort. So with all that being said, our budgeted total was $5,035. If we add up the actual, which I've already done, I've got my cheat sheet here, it came out to being $4,713, which means that I was $322 under budget. Should be a plus. So that's really exciting that I still, even with the kind of forgotten item there, was under budget as a whole. So I'm really happy with that. Now the thing is, I have, with the cash remaining, I have $417 from this cash remaining, but I should only have $322. So it means I need to bring $149 back to the bank to pay a little bit for the credit card. So I'm going to take this $100 bill. We'll take 2 20s, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So $149 is going to go back to the bank here. Like I said, just to kind of make up that difference that we need to pay on the credit card that we used. So that is going back to the bank. I'm going to set that to the side. But that means I have $322 remaining of cash that we can cash stuff into some of my savings challenges and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is actually start back in this travel wallet. I'm going to kind of pre-stuff this. We do have a trip in April. We're going to Vegas, which I'm really excited for. So I thought what I would do is just kind of get ahead of that. So I'm going to put $100 into airport. So 20, 40, 60, 81. Because I'll fly there and fly back, and what I do is I budget $50 per like day we're going through airports. And then I always budget $100 for miscellaneous. So I'm also going to put in 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 for miscellaneous. And that's at the back here. So this means that this time I've got extra. I'm kind of pre-funding that next trip with $200. So then in April, I'll do another set of these videos where we will budget and cash stuff and all that. I already have $200 in here, which I think will be really fantastic. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So now with the remaining money, the first thing I want to go through is the ones. I collect B, C, and K $1 bills. So if the seal on the US $1 bill has one of those letters, I'm going to keep it for a specific savings challenge. So I'm just going to look through here. Here's a B to see if we have any. Okay, so just one B. So let's take care of that first. That goes into my black savings challenge binder here, and it goes back here into friend's wedding. So my friend is engaged and they're planning their wedding, and I am saving up for their wedding. So what I'm going to do is mark off one more. I do bundles of $1 bills. If they are a B or a K, they come in here. So that's one more added into this next bundle of 20, which is great. Okay, so there's that. And then let me go back one. This is for upcoming trips. So I did fund in here, which is, I guess, also kind of like upcoming trips. This is more for like spending money. So I'm going to put $60 back in here for upcoming trips. And I think I'm going to do that in some lower denominations. So let's do 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and then let's just put one more 10 in. So that should be $60. So let's be sure. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, $60. So add that into upcoming trips, and this is just going to build up. Like I said, we do have a trip to Vegas in April, but who knows? There could be something that comes up before then. So now upcoming trips has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 129 in upcoming trips. That is fantastic. So we'll put that in here. Cool. And then let's see what we have left. I've got 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So I'm going to put the rest of this $61 into my rainy day savings challenge here. This is saving up $500. So let me get my calculator really quick. Okay, so I have $61 that we're going to put into this, and then this is the tracker that I'm using. So we could do 17, 61 minus 17. We could do 14, 13, 12, and 5. So let me mark those off. I don't have the same pen, so we'll use this one. So 17, 14, 13, 12, and 5. That is looking good, nice and full, so we'll let that dry. Let's add this money in. Like I said, the goal for this one is $500, so I know we're getting there. And this is just in addition to our emergency fund. We actually have a fully funded emergency fund. This is more so for, like, I don't know, kind of those random things that you need cash for, like when we have a plumbing issue, our friend comes over and we pay him cash, so that's what this can be used for. So right now in rainy day, we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. $450, which means I only need $50 more in here to complete this savings challenge. That'll be so nice once it's done. So there's that, and that is all of the cash that I have remaining from my Thanksgiving Day trip. So really happy to have come home under budget with cash remaining. Lessons learned, right? So I'll just have to factor in if there's any resort fees. but I'm really, really happy that we were able to have such an amazing trip and come home with some extra money. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next upload tomorrow for Vlogmas. Bye.